ask Gary to shut down this entire webinar. Seriously, come on, guys. We need engagement from you. Hello, Chris. Hi, my team all the way from Hanoi. Hello, hello. Hi, Desmond. Hi, Ruli. Hi, Kuniko-san. Hi, Norhayati. Hi, Sammy. Good morning to you. Hi, MJ Shah. Good morning. All right, come on, guys. Turn on your video. Let us know who are we speaking to. Okay. Hi, Siri. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you, guys, for coming to tune in together with us on our first 2021 interview with the stars. We got the best guest speaker today. We are going to rock the first webinar with the bang, guys. All right, that's why you guys are here early to get the best tip from our guest or speaker today. All right, we are sharp at 11 o'clock. As I say, we are not waiting for anyone. All right, if your people are not here yet, please send them a reminder or even a link to ask them to join us right now. Okay. All right, guys. Good morning, everyone. For the people that have never seen me before, my name is Jeffrey. I'm all the way from Malaysia. All right, my place right now is 11 o'clock. Okay, good morning to everyone. My role here today is very simple. Number one, okay, I need you guys to turn on your video. Seriously, we have like 26 people here. I only seeing like 10 people with their faces on. Right? God has given you a beautiful face. Come on, guys, turn on your video. Let me look at your beautiful face, okay? All right, number two. During the entire section, whatever question that you want to ask our guest speaker, please write it down on the chat box. Because I will be capturing every single question during the entire section, and this question will be answered by our guest before we end the section. All right. And number three, guys, you know, 2021 has been some people say it's been a bad year, but for me it's been a very, very great year, guys. My sales are coming in non-stop. All right. If you guys are following me on Facebook, you could see my stories is coming up, sales after sales after sales. All right. But guys, before I bring the guest speaker in, all right, I know some of you are still, you know, very sleepy, very tired, but this is what I do every single morning to charge up my day. All right. And something that I learned from an event called the GoPro. All right. An event that you cannot miss, bro. If this year got GoPro, you must be there. I'm going to share you one tip that I learned. All right. Come on, guys. Show me your left hand. Left hand, guys. Come on, left hand, everyone. And your right hand. All right. And give a big clap of 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Charge up your energy. All right. The stage is over to you, Gary.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you, Jeffrey. Wow, amazing introduction. Guys, let's give a big round of applause to our amazing young man, Jeffrey Leong. Fantastic. Wow. Truly, he's an amazing individual. Been involved with the business with me for last, I think, coming to 3 years now, right, Jeffrey? And yes, what he says is exactly true. The last couple of months and years where a lot of people are feeling a lot of stagnation, but he is able, in fact, Jeffrey, before I start this session, I just want to share something. Jeffrey is a true epitome of the idea of change. Now, I still remember when he first came in, he had no experience at all whatsoever in network marketing, in sales, in water, in anything related to Kangen, none. He was a chef. Can you imagine? He used to help run his father's a Chinese restaurant here in Malaysia. He's a chef. The only thing that he is in after he wakes up and he goes to sleep is in the kitchen. So he has any experience at all. So when he came and started following me in the Enagic Kangen journey, he was literally zero. In fact, sometimes -0. And he was struggling, you know. I could see that even after teaching him the skills, the information. Of course, one thing good about Jeffrey is he learns very fast, very quickly. He changed his mindset, but things was not going according to what he expect, because he was seeing my success, right? So, but the good thing about him is he's able to change and adapt. And this, my friend, is a very important point, especially times like this, where you have the pandemic, the COVID-19 and all this. Malaysia, today, in fact, tonight, midnight, Malaysia is going to go back again into a very serious lockdown, especially in this place where I'm staying. Oh my gosh, a lot of people are now really panicking. You can see people queuing up in shopping malls, trying to buy all the groceries and all that. Not only is the lockdown is going to be a, what they call a state of emergency, is that serious right now in Malaysia. But anyway, so just like in times of uncertainty like this, Jeffrey, what he did about 2.5 years ago was he started to realize that he doesn't have experience, he doesn't have good context, he doesn't have the right skill at that point of time, but he has got his advantages, he has got certain gifts. So he used that advantages, his youth, his knowledge about he went and learned, he loves to learn, he learned about internet marketing, about social media marketing. And within a short period of 6 months, he started putting all that he learned into the social media, internet marketing. Boom! Guess what? His business started to skyrocket. Okay, so guys, what I'm trying to say right now here is, if you are not seeing the results, probably you have some really good stuff with you. You have got some knowledge, you have got some skills, but maybe you have not put it into a right mode of action. So that was what Jeffrey did. And from that moment on, wow, his journey just went up and up and up. In fact, yesterday, he just sent me a message and showed me another amazing success story that he got. Truly amazing. I'm so proud of him. He changed his car to a Mercedes Sports, travel all over the world. And this, my friend, it is very possible because in Enagic, there is this benefit for you. But you must somehow keep trying many different ways to make sure you get to the cheese. You are like the mouse, and then in front of you are all the maze that leads to the cheese. Sometimes that maze will confuse you, the maze will mislead you, the maze will get you to the wrong place. It's okay, nothing wrong with you. Again, I want to say that nothing wrong with you. You just need to keep trying, sometimes different ways. Remember, okay, there's a saying, and I love this, by Zig Ziglar. He says, insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, but expecting different results. Guys, we are in the era of pandemic. Okay, I'm very proud to tell people I'm born, and during my lifetime, I'm able to experience the pandemic. But in this pandemic, the rules has changed, the game has changed. Are you willing to change? Okay, so today we are going to have an awesome, amazing speaker. Okay, I've been hearing his family name over and over, Malik. He and his brother, Sudesh and Updesh, has been creating waves after waves in India. And you guys know that India is one of the fastest growing Kangen business country in the world. Okay, the last I heard is they are doing something like 2,000 to 4,000 machines a month. Simply amazing. And I still remember, like a couple of years back, before they were open, a few Indian distributors came to see me, and they were like, nothing is really going on, but now the whole India is on fire with Kangen. Okay, so this is also to give you a tip. Now, if you are going to put an effort, if you are going to plant a seed, try to plant it in a very fertile ground. And I can't recommend enough than India, because of course China is another big market. I'm working on China, but the difference between China and India is legal for network marketing, for multi-level marketing, for direct selling. China is a bit conservative from that aspect point of view, but China has its own market, has its own way of playing. All right, so if you, for certain reason, want to get into the world's biggest one of the world's biggest consumer market, India is one of the places. And today we are very fortunate. I'm so proud, I'm so blessed, I'm so grateful to have one of the top Indian distributor from India, none other than Sudesh. So let's all give a big round of applause to Sudesh Malik. Sudesh.
Yeah, everybody, good morning. It's Tuesday morning, and it's so lovely to see everybody over here. It's so lovely because I'm still breathing. Guys, I'm breathing this morning. I'm so blessed that I'm breathing. I'm with Enagic, and I'm helping every single people over here, every single day, every single hour to take care of their health and their finances. It's so beautiful. I'm so thrilled that I'm being there. And plus, of course, this morning, I'm with Gary and seeing so many lovely people over there, smiling over there. Congratulations to be here, and I'm blessed to be here. Kuniko, I love your smile. Such a lovely smile over here. And of course, we got Chris and Lena and so many more people. And I would love many of you who have switched off your videos, just switch it on so I can see your lovely faces. I know they're lovely ones, and that puts me up, guys. Come on, let's enjoy everything. So Gary, tell me.
Yes, Sudesh, wow. Thank you for that explosive introduction. You just exploded the room. Now I can feel my, wow, I touch my laptop. Now it's much more hotter already. You are really on fire, brother. I'm so amazing. I'm so excited to have you. Guys, we are so blessed. So I'm so excited to have Sudesh all the way from India to be on our call today. But just before I call Sudesh, I just want you all to do one favor if you can. Guys, first and foremost, it's not easy, okay, to have somebody of that credibility, of that experience. Oops. Who is Jerry? Okay. Jeffrey, I think you need to mute all and so that the session is not interrupted. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, wow. Okay, so guys, first and foremost, it's not every day that you can have a superstar. Okay, so I call this a superstar to be on the session and to share their experience, their tips of success. Not only that, their failures, their pain, their not to do list. Okay, to you. Okay, so I'm very blessed through my association with Enagic, and for the last 9 years that I've been coming to 10 years now to be in the Enagic business. And the last coming to 2 years now, I've been able to get all these so-called amazing superstars to share all this with y'all. So my suggestion to y'all is to make today's session really, really beneficial, productive, and worth for you 100%. Try to get a paper, or if you like to write on your iPhone or your smartphone, whatever it is, try to take notes, because you never know. Today, Sudesh is going to share some very, very powerful points. But you know what? Even if one point change your life, it's worth $1 billion to you probably and your team. Okay, so do me a favor, do everybody a favor, have something that you can write on, because if you don't write it on, like the saying goes, after today, probably everything will just disappear. It's just like you go and watch a football, a wrestling match. It's just entertainment. But today's session is not entertainment. Today's session is going to be something that is going to help you. All right. So, okay, let's since we are already 11:15, let's move straight to the real action. All right, Sudesh, once again, so glad to have you on the show today. Just tell us, Sudesh, how long have you been doing the Enagic business, and tell us a little bit of your early days or before Enagic. What were you doing? You know, you look like an explosive guy, like Tony Robbins of India, you know. So tell us a little bit of your story.
Okay, you rightly said that India is doing extremely well these days, and that's one of the reasons is, you know, I always tell my team that it's all about enthusiasm within you, right? And the enthusiasm is basically taken from this word, is been taken from a Greek word that means spirit within. So you got to exhibit your spirit within to the people around, then only they get attracted with you. So most of the people, when they go out for sales or for demo and all, and they're not enthusiastic, guess what? You could be the best skilled person around, but you're not going anywhere. I see lots and lots of people who's actually very talented. They've got a lot of knowledge and a lot of skills, but they're not enthusiastic about the business. The energy does not flow out. And when the energy does not flow out, guess what? Your impression to the person is not so good. So once you exhibit the same thing with lots of energy, you'll see huge difference. In fact, I can tell you one thing, there has been cases where I've got very new distributors, and you see it amongst yourself. There'll be certain new distributors who knows very little about how to give the right demo. They know little about the company. They know little about everything, but they're very enthusiastic. They're oozing with energy, and that energy rubs on. And when that energy rubs on, guess what? People like to be associated and be around with people who's energetic. So bring out that energy in you every time, every single moment, especially when you're on a demo. And also, right, once you're sitting right in front of me, I love to see that lovely faces and smiles, right? So have that energy. Now let's talk about, Gary, your question was that my early days, how did I do my background and how did I do this thing? Honestly speaking, I was anti-MLM, anti-direct selling, right? If anybody talks about MLM, I say, excuse me, stay away from me. I'm not interested. I was a part of MLM about 14 years back. I last I did MLM was 2006. And then I packed up, not for me, until unless I saw Enagic. And that too, I was not told it's a direct selling or an MLM system. I was told, Sudesh, it's a great health product. Why didn't you take a look? Because it was introduced to me by my own brother. And he knew that if he talks about MLM, I will shut him off. Right? So he said, it's a great health product. Why don't you take a look at it? And yes, I did it. And I said, all right, my brother is into MLM. And normally these guys, they over-exaggerate things around and it's not right. And I'm going to be scammed in something new. So I don't want to be part of it. But whatever he said made some sense. Some that logical thinking came into action. Okay, that color changing, that ORP meter, it says something. So maybe he's bluffing a lot, but there could be something in it. So what I did was, okay, I don't want to see the plan at all. I didn't see the plan, by the way. I said, I'll be a user and I want to have this machine. And guess what? To buy that machine, I had to fly down to Malaysia because the company did not exist in India.
Yes.
And then once I bought that, I went all the way to Malaysia. I saw the office for the very first time. And I thought, yeah, I met Cora. I said, yeah, they are good people, but then stay away from MLM. I don't know whether it's right. Right. So I bought the machine, started using. And we all know that this device gives you great results. And the first instance, when actually I got for demo, I do not talk about all the results because I talk little, because if we start talking about the company, we can, or the product, what benefits giving, I could take the whole day. To keep the things short, we normally say very little things. Okay, it helps you over there, it helps you over there, specific things. So when I got this machine, I started using, I realized, this is an extremely good device. And I said, all right, fortunately, my brother is in the right track this time. Right. And then I thought, okay, my background, I was a filmmaker. I was into corporate film and documentary filmmaking before I got into this system. So I said, all right, since the product is good, so maybe I was anti-MLM for more than 14 years. So what I'm going to do is this is a good product. I'll promote the product. And I'll do it on a part-time, because when you're not making film, you got a lot of free time with you. So in those times, I started talking about it and sharing water with people. And so I saw great result in sharing that water. And people wanted to buy that machine once started using it. Once I got my water. And now if they give me the machine for order, they give me an order, what do? I take the money, go back to Malaysia, buy the machine from there, fly down to India and give them the machine. Right? For a lot of you people, the thing is such a tedious thing. You can't do that. That's sweat. That's what exactly happens. See, everybody has got their own stories and their own chunk of troubles, problems, challenges to face. And we all have to do that. If you shy away, okay, all right, okay, this is difficult. I can't do this thing. Guess what? You will be depriving yourself from all the good things to follow. Right? And many people do that actually. They get too carried away with small challenges. They get carried away with a lot of people saying, this will not work and all. And they shy off. I didn't. Every time I got an order, go back to Malaysia, buy the machine and give it to the people.
Sudesh,
Did it for a few months. Yep.
Can I stop you there for a while?
Yeah.
I want the listeners to listen to one very key point. Okay. You represent that same group and the majority of people who have that anti-MLM mindset. Can I ask you one question?
Yep.
At which point in that journey, in that introduction, your brother introduced you, Kangen, at which point that you said, okay, network marketing is okay, and you still choose to do this? At which point?
Well, I did not from his presentation, right? I said, okay, I am still anti-MLM,
okay,
and I still will take this machine as a user, right? Okay. I joined as a user, but when I used the machine and I saw the result, I gave the water to a lot of my friends around, and I saw the results. I always have a feeling, and I always follow this line, which a wise man said, that if you have something nice in your hand, it's your responsibility to share it with the world. Right? Now, when I realized that this device is really very nice and it's giving great health benefits to a lot of people, that it's my responsibility to share it with the world. So when I started, I was a user purely, but after realizing that what is really good, I became a part-timer, or sometime you can say. Okay, whenever I'm free, I will work on this. I'll share this water. I'll talk about it. I was still not very sure how much money I can make, or whether I'll be seriously involved with this thing, because I was very happy with my product. I had my own production company. I had my own studios, right? So why should I shut down my traditional business, which is doing very well, and come shift over here? But when I started sharing water and then being a documentary filmmaker, I'm very good and passionate about doing research. So I started doing research on Kangen. Of course, there were a lot of confusing things also in the net, but then of course, since I'm into research, I know what to edit and what not to. And more I did research, more I fell in love with this product.
Wow.
So, wow, man, this is really good. And at that time in India, they started the office in India. I said, okay, I can shift down from some timer to part-timer. I was still a part-timer, but I was doing a lot of research, and I was getting so involved in research. I remember in my early days, I used to work for 15 to 18 hours, not necessarily giving demos, doing research, right? Maybe I was giving a 1 or 2 demos in a day, but my research was very strong. In fact, I was just 3A when I traveled all the way from India to Japan to take a look at the factory. There were a lot of people who were 6As that time. They said, why you were going there to Japan just to look at the factory? You are getting the product. It's all fine. I said, no, I want to be satisfied what I'm doing. I'm one of those guys who want to just get into details of everything. So I went there, looked at the factory, and my conviction level every single day just grew big time.
Right.
And then I said, one fine day, I don't know when exactly, but I shut down my production house. Oh. I packed up everything. And I'm doing full-time Kangen from last 4.5 years.
Woohoo! Wow, Sudesh, that's a very inspiring message, guys. I don't know if you catch gold nuggets there, but personally, I hear this from Sudesh. Okay, I hear this from a very anti-network marketing, anti-MLM. Okay, actually, there's nothing wrong with network marketing, MLM. Obviously, there is probably some certain experiences, some preconceived ideas about MLM that Sudesh has before. But from a very anti to today, 100%, 1000% sold into it. What took place in between from what Sudesh has shared is information, conviction, and more important, the perspective of the company, the business, and everything. So guys, if you, and I very believe, and I'm very sure some of y'all probably would have a Sudesh Malik in your group. But you are not seeing the Sudesh Malik in your group today. You are seeing the Sudesh Malik in your group when he started, full of probably skepticism, don't believe. So you may want to give more information to change his perspective, like events. Of course, now you can't travel, you can't fly to Japan to see the factory now. But all these are very instrumental in making Sudesh Malik the Sudesh Malik before and the Sudesh Malik today. Am I right to say that, Sudesh?
Absolutely right. Absolutely right.
Right.
There are a lot of things that went into it. And what I realized actually,
Yes.
when you talk about Enagic, like I was very anti MLM. That is because of the past experiences. And those past experiences was, of a company who was actually not network marketing. They were posing to be network marketing, and they were all the wrong chit fund or any the scamming companies, right? So you get confused with those people.
Yes.
And let's face it, if you see the worldwide scenario, you look at the worldwide scenario, you've got hundreds of thousands of lakhs of companies across the world. How many of them are actually registered with DSA?
Yes.
Lakhs and lakhs of companies,
Right.
Millions of companies. Very few are registered with DSA. Now, why DSA I'm talking about? Because you and I, as a consumer, as a networker or whatever, or direct seller, will check few aspects of the company, right? And our views or could be biased because of our sponsor making it biased. But let's face it, when the company goes to DSA, they keep it in front of them. They've got a lot of parameters to check. And once that they check the parameters, then only they give you this certification that you are a member of that association. And it's a very, very strict checking. So tell me, how many of these companies from DSA have scammed people?
Yes, that's true.
Because they went through lots of checks and all those things. And fortunately, our company did it. Right. So that's one thing. Then I realized, this company is different. It's not that normal scammers and who did it. So if 90%, 95% of the industry is full of scammers, we cannot pull down that 5% good ones.
Yes.
And we are fortunate that we have become that, we are part of that 5% good ones. And the next thing was, many of my downlines who joined me, they tell me, Sudesh, one of the reasons I joined this company is, you know what? It's from Japan. What are Japanese famous for?
Integrity.
Japanese famous for good health.
Integrity.
This device is about health. And Japanese are honest, are very honest people. Give me one Japanese company that is involved in major scam. Right? So all these are credible things, which you got to talk to people. Come on, this is a Japanese company. And it's got track record. It's just not a 2-year, 3-year, 5-year, 10-year company. 46 years. Wake up. DSA, Gold Seal. Wake up. So when I saw all these things, and honestly speaking, in the beginning, as I told you, I was very skeptical about all this thing. And when I started doing my research, and I realized, come on, this is really credible company. And that's what I was here for. And then I could see that difference in the water. People, okay, I'll tell you one more thing. I normally have in India, I address big people. I have big gatherings too, about 500,000, 2,000 people in each seminars. And normally when I start my seminar, my talks over in the seminars, I ask them 3 questions. Simple. First of all, I tell them, okay, maybe there are 1,000 people over there. 1,000 of you are sitting over here. All of you have got the machine right now with you, right? And probably your sold machine, or a friend of yours who's also got machine. So that means the thousands of machines over here, people you either directly with you or your friends or somebody's got it. Tell me one person, somebody can come to me and tell me one person who can say that their machine is not working. Tell me. There isn't anybody.
Silent.
Silent. The whole room is looking at each other. Whoa! There's not a single person going to say that the machine is not working. That means the technology is very strong. Then I ask them, tell me one family who will say they did not, somebody or the other in the family or in the house, they're sharing their water, did not get the health benefits. Somebody or the other has got it. Maybe 1% not got it, 2% not got it, but somebody in the family has got a health benefit. Show me one person who, one device which is installed and somebody in the family or somebody or other did not get the health benefit. Nobody there. Somebody or the other has got the health benefit. And third question I ask you, show me one person who says, I did not get my commissions on time. Now, if these three questions are answered, what else can you expect? What else do you want?
Done deal. Done deal.
Yeah. In that case, this is the best business in the world. Wake up. What else better than this? Right? When you do some business around whatever business you're doing, right? You give credits, you do a lot of things around. You're always in tension. What do? We just give demos. Once we get the business done, if somebody's buying, we give the documentation to GOC right now and get the money. Honestly speaking, from last 3 years, I did not do any accounts because I never found any fault in it. And then there's so much of money coming in. I don't know what accounts should I do.
That's a happy problem.
Whatever's coming, come, I'm happy. So that's it. So, and the kind of money, the kind of benefits, health benefit, forget the health benefit, the money part, I'm talking about the business right now, right? We all know what health benefits people get. Amazing.
Yes.
But business point of view, also show me one business that is better than this one. I'll live this today itself.
Wow.
Show me one business.
Amazing.
Nothing. Look at people around you. Come on, when we started India, right? We were looking up on you guys. Malaysia is doing so much of machines per month. Look at Sansia, man. My godfather, I look upon him. God, if I can earn that kind of money, wow, I've made it. Okay, I actually, it was not earn that kind of money. When I started, if I can earn 25% of what he's earning or 10% of what he's earning, I'm done. I'm happy, man. That's how I started this business.
Wow.
Right?
Wow.
And because when I started, when you start something,
yes,
your benchmark gets better, higher. Your goalpost changes.
Right.
When I saw Sam in the beginning, I said, 10% of him, I'm done. That's what I need. After a few years, when I started getting 50% of what he was getting, I said, it's so easy. I can do that. I can go ahead. Right? And it went on. Today, I'm earning what he was earning then.
Wow.
And I still say, it's just a beginning. I've not even scratched the surface. I have to still travel a long way. And
Yes.
that's what is happening around.
Yes,
And I can tell you, it will be happening with you too.
that's true.
It's just all here. Right? Yep. What else? Tell me.
So wow, amazing, Sudesh. Your talk is so powerful, so full of fire. I can sense you're so passionate about the business. Amazing. Okay, Sudesh, tell us at the beginning, just like how I started, there wasn't any Kangen office in Malaysia. Just like you, there's no office in India. How long did it take you to go 6A, and how did you, because there are a lot of people, like frankly speaking, today there are a lot of my team members from Cambodia. Cambodia doesn't have an office, and every time they say, oh, no office, no office. But tell me this, Sudesh, with no office, you guys are doing extremely well. So what is your advice to people who always have this thing, oh, no office, no support? What's your advice to them? And how long
You're lucky, I can tell you that.
6A? Yeah. Come again.
Because if there's no office, there's no support, you are the one who makes standards over there. That's what I look at it. Okay, all right. Yes, okay. You're in Malaysia, Gary, right now,
Yes.
right? And Malaysia, you got your office since how many years from over there?
Malaysia is coming to 7 years now.
7 years now. In 7 years, now what's the biggest question issue you face over there?
In Malaysia?
Yep.
Sometimes, price discounting and all that.
Yeah. Plus that when you go to somebody else, I heard about it and you already have the machine, all those things.
Yes.
In Cambodia, do they have this thing?
No.
That's the advantage they have.
Yes.
Wherever they go, they have it. Okay, sir, this is it. There's no competition,
Correct.
right? They can do whatever they want to. They set standards over there.
That's true.
Once the office is established, then let not many more people join in. Of course, there'll be different benefits, pros and cons to everything.
Yes.
But right now, I'm talking about the pros of not having an office. But of course, the cons be here. There are cons also. For example, when I started, it's the same with you, Gary. When we started, when there was no office in India, when we went for demo, of course, there was no issues like, okay, I've already seen the product or I want a discount and all those things. Not there. But what was the issue was, who's using this product? I'm using. Oh, you're a seller. Will you tell me some benefits? Oh, I've got some testimonials. Those testimonials are from USA. I'm sorry. Okay, they're American. What about Indian? Show me the Indian testimonials. Oh, I don't have it. So when we started in India, I realized I was getting this kind of queries all the time. So what I did was I took since I was a filmmaker, so I started recording video testimonials of Indians, creating the stories, Indian stories, and because I got to show it to people. Then of course when we talk about international celebrities, but they want the local celebrities. So I started targeting the local celebrities.
Wow.
And I sold them the machines and showed them the people around. Okay, these guys are also doing it. So, okay, this celebrity also doing it. Then, of course, they had the question, okay, well, they've got too much of money. That's why they can afford. No. So there's always see, what I'm trying to tell you, there'll always be some counter questions. And those 80% of the counter questions are almost the same thing. Prepare your answers for that. That's your homework, everybody. Okay, how are you going to counter those questions in the most effective way?
Right.
That's what your homework is. If you're not ready with those answers, you're going to always have the problem. Okay, that guy asked me this question. Where is this testimonial? Who's got this? Who got cured with or benefit? Who got benefits with so-and-so disease? Well, I've got a client of mine who has it. Look at this video. If you look at my cell phone, there'll be at least 100 or plus testimonials talk about all particular type of disease. So if somebody comes and tells me, okay, I have an issue with diabetes. All right, yes, look at diabetes. I'll show them 5 to 10 people talking about it. Now, when people are talking about, for example, when the person says, give them their issue, they've got this particular issue that has to be addressed, and you have got 10 people talking about that issue being addressed, what would your feeling be? Wow. Then where will he come out from? So that's your homework. So if for people in Cambodia who does not have office over there, you got advantage, because why should company have an office in your country? They'll only have it when you give them sizable sales every single month after month. And for that, once you're doing that, guess what? You establish as one of the pioneers over there. So when the company establishes the office over there, you have a lead already. So you're planting the seeds now. Do it with that intention. And you'll be very happy. And you should be very happy that our company still not started the office over there. So you can take the lead now.
So Sudesh, it becomes an advantage to you in the early days, right?
Could you repeat, please?
Sudesh, not having an office becomes an advantage to you, right?
Yes.
Amazing. Yeah, that's what I was telling everybody, build your empire. A lot of people wants to rush off with, office having in their country. And I said, build your empire, because when the office opens, guess what? Every sales that is registered through the company will somehow flow up to you. That's your best advantage of not having the office in the beginning. Well, amazing. Thank you for sharing that, Sudesh. I just want to hear it from a third party like you. Tell us, Sudesh, a little bit about your team now. Now you have quite a sizable team. I believe you are a -3 now, so you are around a 6.
Two of my IDs are -3.
Come again?
2 of my IDs are -3.
Wow, two IDs are -3. That means you have quite a sizable team under you. Tell us, Sudesh, how do you get your team motivated and moving so fast to achieve their success in their Kangen business. What's your way to get them excited? Share some ideas with us.
I tell you one thing, motivation is something like a hot shower bath.
Okay.
You enjoy till the time you're in there. So you get the people over in the room and you start motivating them. They're like, yeah, we're gonna do it. I'm gonna do it for myself, for my family, for the earth, Mother Earth. I'm gonna do this thing do this thing. But when they go out, they are faced with reality, and they go down. Right. So first of all, I think the most motivating factor is money.
Yes.
Help them to get money in the bank. Put some money in the pocket. Right. So help them to get it.
Yes.
And what, the most addictive thing is growth. Show them a growth pattern in themselves.
Right.
Now, the fact is, if you can give them, help them get some sales. I'm not saying you have to give them sales. That is the wrong thing. They got to be working on their list. And you, in the beginning, you help them, you give them demos, let them shadow you and teach them how to do the demo and all. So when you help them get about a few sales in first few months only, the excitement level goes high. They've got money in the bank. Then for them, okay, this system actually works. They first heard it from you. Okay, this could happen to you, but they say, okay, it actually worked. I've got remittance for 2 sales or 3 sales. Wow. So they shoot up, right? Secondly, make sure, they're always, when they go down, pull them up again by giving them, making sure that you're also working with their downline. So when the downline also comes up, so make sure that, they're making money. And the good thing about our structure is we can help them without even losing any money from our side. For example, what I normally do is, for example, if I was a 2A, and in 2A I've got another sale with me, rather than putting my direct, I would put under my new guy who's in 2A. So I don't get a loss. I don't incur any loss, but my new guy gets a boost. Okay, my upline has given me some sale. So money in their pocket. Always remember, I always think this way actually. If there's a new distributor in my team who joins me, then it becomes my responsibility to make sure he's successful. So I take that responsibility and start working with them to make them successful. For me, at least I work till the time they get the money back. That means whatever the money they put for the machine is back in the accounts. And for that, how many sales we're going to help them? 10, 15 of them, 12 of them, 10 or 12 of them, and done. After that, they're by themselves. By the time they're 3A, they're by themselves. Maximum. I normally try to make them independent by 2 only, within 3-4 sales only, they're by themselves. Worst come to worst, by 3A, they should be by themselves. You should not be carrying that excess baggage for everybody. I see a lot of distributors doing this mistake. Oh, let me do the demo for this guy because he's not so good, so he might lose the sale. Okay, I'll do the demo. In that case, you become the hero in that group. And if you are the hero, not a strong or big business, you can only take care of limited number of people because you have limited number of hours with you. So you got to make them the key. The greatness about this concept is empowering people and teaching them, duplicating yourself in them, and they doing the demo by themselves. Once they start doing that, you are done. How many demos in a day can you do? 3, 4, 5. But right now, when I'm talking to you, maybe at least 10 to 15 demos will be happening right now, minimum. I'm being very modest over here because I've got a huge team all across the country, right? And that's what has happened. So yeah, put the money in the account, in the bank, and make them see the growth. Many times what happens is there are people who are trying very hard, but they're not getting result. Maybe no sales are coming, but they're making an effort. They're working about 10 hours a day. There are cases over there. In that case, you see there's still a growth in them. Maybe the financial growth is not there, but the personality, the mental growth is there. Every time he's meeting somebody, he's learning something, he's sharpening his skills. I'll give you a very good example of my own distributor called Satpal Sagar. He's from Delhi. And for the first 6 months, he worked for 10 to 15 hours a day, every single day, giving demos, learning things, doing a lot of research. And after 6 months, how many sales did he have? 4 in 6 months. Of course, most of the people would be discouraged. Okay, I'm working 10 to 15 hours a day, day after day. And after that, I just get 4 sales. Not a good concept. Maybe something is wrong there. They will run away. But this guy also said, okay, the platform is very strong. Maybe something is not happening. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. I got to identify that. Or maybe, well, what's luck? Luck is a point where preparation and opportunity meet. So maybe I'm prepared, but the opportunity is not coming. One day it will come. Till when can it avoid me? 6 months, it avoided him. 7th month, he got 2 people, and both of them today are 62 and becoming -2. Satpal will be -3 next month.
Wow.
Right? That's it. So first 6 months, just 4 sales. And now from 7th month onwards, he just went up.
Amazing.
He was earlier, people used to laugh at him. Okay, all right, you're a small guy, buddy. What do you drive a dingy car, old car, people don't want to associate with those cars also. And you're driving those cars and you're talking to me about how to become rich? No. Today he drives BMW and talks to those same guys. Hey, come on, guys, look at me. You did not believe on me then, but see what happened to me. So this is what exactly happened. Have the last laugh.
Fantastic. Wow, Sudesh, thanks for sharing the so much golden nuggets when you share those things there. Number one, the great takeaway here is people are all motivated by money. Seriously, guys, I know there are some people who don't like to talk about money, wrong money beliefs, wrong idea concepts about money. But seriously, guys, whether you like it or not, money is the greatest motivation, okay? So make sure your people make good money, okay? And what I like about what Sudesh says is every time a new distributor, not just a user, but a distributor join him, it is his obligation and his responsibility to help them to make it. I love that concept. See, a lot of people, some I won't say a lot or little, but some people just want the external factor. And I keep saying this, you can't control external, you can't control the wind. You can't control the clouds. If it's going to rain, it's going to rain. But you can surely control yourself. And Sudesh said it so well that it becomes his responsibility to do the action. But I'm very sure, Sudesh, I just want to run this through with you. I'm very sure in your group, since you're already at 2 accounts being -3, there are some people who are committed and some people who says they are committed, but action-wise, they are not. Is there a way that you filter these people so that, because you only have 24 hours a day, minus all the sleeping, eating, and other times, you probably have only a couple of hours, right? So is there a way that you work only with those who are really, really committed by action? I'm sure you have something.
I have a very simple philosophy.
Yes.
If somebody is not so, is not doing the right way, so I try to change them. So either you change them or change them. So that means first I'll try to change them. I try to give them the perspective. Basically, when they are not committed or something, the perspective is wrong.
Yes.
Right. So try to fix the perspective.
Yes.
But as you rightly said, that if it's raining, it's raining. You have no control over that. You don't have control over the seasons, the sea, the things around you, environment.
Yes.
But you have the control over you. If it's raining, I can use an umbrella. Yes. Right? That's my choice. But I can't stop the rain. Right? So that's what I can do. So I try to change. I help them get the right perspective. But if they don't get it, change them. Because I can only work with X number of people. So you were privileged. I tell them also, you were privileged that I was working with you. But unfortunately, you are not taking it seriously. So I'm going to give this opportunity to somebody else. And I do that. Right. I sincerely do that. I only work with people who are committed to themselves, their dreams, Why should I waste my time on somebody who's not committed to on themselves? People say that they're committed. People think they're committed, but they are not. There was a person who came to me a few months back and said, "Okay, oh Sudesh, I'm having an issue. Like, I'm a full timer in this company, and I'm not doing well. I'm not making good enough money." I said, "All right. If you're a full timer, I asked you a simple question. In last 2 weeks, how many hours did you give to this company? You effectively give this to the company,
Right.
and she said, Actually, first I asked her how in last 2 days. She said, sorry, I was busy. I couldn't give him. I said, okay, in last 2 weeks, how many hours did you give? And she says about 3 to 4 hours. And I answered, if you say you are full timer, it's like, you're in a job, you're a full timer. Like you got your own business, you're a full timer. So when you're in a job, and in 2 weeks you just show up to the job for 4 hours, what would your employee do?
To be fired.
Sack me. That's exactly. That's why the company is sacking you indirectly. You get lost. That's why you're not making money.
The way of sacking in a network marketing business like Enagic is you don't get paid. It's just like a sack in the real world. You are not getting paid. Yeah, simple. It's the same technology.
It's as simple as that. In traditional business also you'll be sacked.
Yes.
Here also you'll be sacked. But the good thing about here is nobody's physically telling you to get lost.
Yes.
Right? Here your commission goes down.
Yes.
And the good thing is the moment you have that perspective right and you want to start working again, you get it from the same position you start ahead.
Fantastic.
Right? So your opportunity is again there. Work on yourself and get back to business. Simple. Give 8 hours a day, not 4 hours in 2 weeks.
Yeah. Just 1 second. I call you back. I'm in a webinar. The funny thing is, a lot of people say they are full time, but I like to say, and this has no offense to anybody, but there are a lot of people who are actually doing full time, but their full is not spelled as FULL. Their full is spelled as FOOL. So they are fooling themselves. So it's actually time. They are fooling themselves. So make sure you are really on the FULL full time. Okay. Anyway, thank you, Sudesh, for sharing that advice. Is really an eye opener. It's a wake up call for a lot of people. Now, coming to another very important aspect, Sudesh, where a lot of people are asking this. I'm very sure you have seen the world has changed so much, especially with the COVID-19 and the pandemic and things like that. What do you think about internet marketing and social media marketing with Enagic? Do you encourage it? Do you do it? How do you think people should merge Enagic with social media marketing or internet marketing?
Honestly, I don't have those skills. I'll agree with you. I'll come here. I'll tell you very straight. But I regret it.
Right.
Not having those skills.
Okay.
I know a lot of people who are doing extremely well with online marketing, but unfortunately, I am not into it. Though, if you see if you go to YouTube and check the biggest influencer for Enagic, they'll give my name. That's because I've got too many videos. I've got maybe 200 videos, but I don't know how to actually place them and how to do. I just make, since I was a filmmaker, I make videos and put it on YouTube. So I've got more than 200-300 videos, and that's why they rated me as one of the top influencer. But actually, I am not very good in internet skills.
Okay.
But it's not that I'm proud of it. I'm not proud of it. Right. Maybe I did not give. I know little about it. I'm a guy who likes to meet people face to face and talk to them. Only now I start talking about on Zoom, right? Otherwise, I like to talk to people face to face. So when before pandemic, I used to travel for 20-25 days per month.
Wow.
Out of the country, right? Just to talk to people and give trainings and all those things. But after pandemic, of course, everything has gone down. So start doing on Zoom and other things. But yes, I know a lot of my people and a lot of other people from other groups also. When I went for my master's certificate in US, that time also I met so many people over there who's become 6As and 6A2s just by internet marketing.
Right.
So yes, that way I do in my trainings, I do tell on my downlines, okay, I am not good at it. So I'm not doing it, but I encourage you all to do that. Right? Since see, everybody's got some flaws. I've got that flaw. Okay, I'm bad at it. Right? So that doesn't mean, okay, it's good. It's not good. It's very good. People have got results. So people who's engaged with doing this thing, keep doing it if you're good with it. If you're getting results, I always say get results the way you are comfortable. Every personality is different. Everybody has got the strengths and weaknesses. Use your strengths to explore and grow your business. Don't have to see somebody else. Oh, he's done that. He's done that. That is just an what do you call pointers for you. Some areas you can explore, but then you got to understand your personality. What are you good at? I'm not good at social media. I'm not good at internet and all. So I don't do that as much. But I know it's a very, very good thing to do, and I miss it not doing it.
Amazing. Yeah. So the same thing goes to everybody that's listening to this session. Just like what Sudesh says, he encourages it, although he doesn't do it. But yeah, I mean, it's just another avenue of marketing, another avenue of reaching out to more people, to a segment of people that if you were try to do it traditionally, you may not be able to reach them. Okay, so it is something that you may want to get. Amazing. Thank you for sharing that, Sudesh. Sudesh, question: if today you have already been in Enagic for the last 4 years, something
5
like
years.
that, you say?
5 years.
5 years. Okay. If let's say, Sudesh, I've got this thing that can bring you back to time, back 5 years ago. With what you know now, with everything that your perspective has changed, your whole thing, if you get a chance to go back 5 years, reset all over again, but with the difference is you know what you know today, what would you be doing differently? Is there anything you'll be doing differently if you were to go back 5 years ago?
Honestly speaking, for me, I don't have to go 5 years ago or back, because I still do what I used to do 5 years back.
Right.
Like for me, yeah,
you will do status quo, right?
yeah. So for me, whatever level you are, but you still have to do the basics right. You got to give the water. You got to take care of team. That's an ongoing process, and you cannot neglect that, right? Yes, the difference of what I'll do is earlier. I used to always work like we have a trifecta stuff.
Yes.
So I would have done trifecta when I joined.
Wow.
That would have boosted my income much more. Doing the same work what I'm doing right now, my income would have been 3 times more.
Amazing.
So this I didn't know when I joined the business. So yes, if I have to do it again, start from 5 years back, I would have. The only changes what I would have done is come into trifecta thing. And of course, share water, talk to people on a daily basis, which I'm still doing it. Right? It's not that you're dash free, so stop. I see a lot of people, doing that. One of the biggest problem we have is also our main advantage is also disadvantage. Right? Our advantage or the good part of a company is they pay us very well. They pay us good, better than anybody around. Any business, be direct marketing or traditional business, it's the best paying place where you can have. This is also a disadvantage.
Yes.
Because what happens is, imagine you're earning an X amount of income, right? Maybe you're in a job or you have a business, you are earning X amount. Most of people are in a job, so they have an X amount of income. So just imagine your salary, this is your salary, right? And then people earlier they come with a part-time approach, and when they see that they are earning as much as the salary, they quit the job and they're coming full-time. They're working very hard, and within some time they realize that their earning is twice what they were actually earning in the job, and that's what thing goes wrong. Complacency. That's what strikes in, right? The advantage that we pay more becomes a disadvantage over there, because now people who are getting twice of their salary, they start chilling. Wow, now I made the system. Now it will go by itself. Or maybe even if my downruns don't work, I personally will sell 2 machines a month, finished, pack up. They're happy with that income. That is actually not utilizing your true potential.
Yes.
You are supposed to earn about 10x or 20x or 50x. You are satisfied with 2x. You're not growing fully.
Yes.
If you look at the nature, the trees, when they grow to the fullest. Every species, everything, living thing, grow to a species fullest. And what we do, we restrict. Once we come to a growth, we are comfortable, we stop growing. We take more holidays. We are too focused on spending money rather than earning money. Get a fancy car, go to big. You're going to have a good lifestyle. I'm not saying you don't have to, but not at the expense of your business.
That's true.
And that's exactly what I see with many of people who become 6As and 5As, and they get complacent. They stop growing. They're comfortable. They get into the comfort zone. So I'll say, okay, today when I'm -3, 2 of my IDs, most probably by next month or a month later, I'll be -4 also, one of my ID. So the fact is, still today, and my brother is -4 at the moment, right? When I become -4, he'll become -5. And still today, even he works about 10 to 15 hours, 12 hours a day.
Wow.
Every single day, day after day. Look at Sam. When did he take a break? Not yet. After 9 years.
Yes.
Right? So why should you stop growing or limiting your own finances? Yes, you got a fancy car. You can get a fancier car. Yeah. and you can have a fancier house or a better status in the family or in a social circle. Yes. So it's too early. I'm 55 now, but still, I just want to work more. I don't see my them. Yeah.
You look like 30. Or 25.
I drink Kangen. Don't forget that. Okay, let me put it this way also.
Yeah.
When I started Kangen, I used to look much older.
Wow.
Right? And when I started doing my research and I said, okay, now I'm going to go full time and I'm going to be in Kangen, seriously. So I asked myself a simple question. What am I actually giving them? I'm giving them good health and great business.
Yes.
So financial and health, physical health I'm giving them.
Yes.
So if I'm giving them physical health, I got to look healthy.
Exactly.
So it starts from me. So when I was doing my research for like say 7-8 months before I actually get into the business full time actually, I also got into students workouts because when I knew, okay, see when I joined when I was 1A, I was very clear in my mind, right? I'm gonna be the best in the industry. Period. I'm not gonna compromise anywhere. And when I'm gonna be big in the industry, that means people will look upon me. I'll be on the stage. I'll be talking to a lot of people. I'll be inspiring them. So how do I do that if I'm fat and I'm slobby and I go on stage and I tell them let's get healthy?
Yep.
How can I do that? I got to look healthy to tell them, okay, yes, got to go for health. So when I get up on the stage and say, I'm 55, my friend, wake up. Come, let's do push-ups together. Done. So you got to inspire them. You got to look what you're talking about.
Right.
When you're talking about life, see, we into lifestyle business. Lifestyle consists of 2 words, life and style. Life is your health. So your health has to look good. Style, your aura, your style, the way you move around, your image has to be very good.
Yes.
So you look good. To make them rich, you got to look rich. Then only people will look upon you.
Amazing.
You got to inspire them to be like you.
Yeah.
That's what we do. We are dream sellers. Got to give them dreams of better health, better wealth.
Yes.
Make them dreaming. If you do not make them dream, you are in the wrong business. Right? So every time you meet your downline, make them dream. Every time you go to a demo, a new prospect, make them dream for a good health or wealth. Two things we offer: health and wealth.
Fantastic.
And when you give them both, you get peace of mind. That's what you get. That's the company's philosophy: health, physical health, mental health, and peace of mind. Oshiroji thought a lot about it and then did the right things.
Yeah.
So when you are offering that, you can only give something to people when you have it yourself. And do that. Yep.
Fantastic, Sudesh. What an inspiring message. Sudesh, since you brought up the title of trifecta, it's very interesting because I like to talk about this. It's serious business talk now. Okay. Now, before I ask you further questions, guys, some people actually put on the chat message there about trifecta. Trifecta simply means buying 3 products, having 3 accounts. Okay, so it can be a machine, it can be the Ukon, it can be the any spa, it can even be 3 machines, whatever it is, it's 3 accounts. Okay, Sudesh, you mentioned that if you get a chance to go back to day 1, you would have learned and probably promote more of the trifecta. There are a lot of people who have this concern because some people say the Kangen machine, the price is very high. Of course, depending on how you look at it, what value that you look at it. How do you promote trifecta when even one product, the price to some people is very high? How do you push 3 product price? Or is it a staggered purchase or one go they buy 3? What's your comment on that?
Okay. First of all, you got to be very clear. What are you looking for?
Yes.
Health or wealth?
Yes.
Right. So if it's you're looking for health, go for one machine. Good enough, it'll do the purpose, and do your thing. But if you're looking for wealth, also a lot of people come for business in a team. Remember one thing: when you sell a machine to a user, you sold one machine. When you sell a machine to a seller, you sold hundreds of machines. Right? So if you want to grow your business, if you're in a business, you're going to look out for sellers more than, of course, there are buyers, users also, but sellers is important thing for you. And when you're looking for a seller, and when you know somebody is coming into business for business, now when you're coming for business, okay, when you're talking about how much is the SD501 in Malaysia right now?
About 14,000 ringgit.
14,000 ringgit.
Yeah.
Now, when you're talking about your family health and your health for water device, 14,000 ringgit is a lot. So people start thinking, okay, 14,000 ringgit, it does not make sense, or is it fine? Should I go for it? Not go for it. There are a lot of questions they'll be thinking about it, right? Now, if somebody wants to start a new business, right? Is 14,000 ringgit too much for a new business?
No.
What kind of business can you start at 14,000 ringgit? Huh? What kind of business start at 14,000 ringgit? Not big. Am I right?
Yes.
And when you're talking about trifecta,
with 14,000 in Malaysia for business.
And if you're talking about trifecta, how much is it? 42,000 ringgit?
Yeah.
I say 50,000 ringgit.
Okay.
Is it big? Too big for a business?
For business, peanuts.
That's it. So you pitch them over there. Because if you want to do business, guess what? You will be doing the same work. Not extra work, same work, but you will be paid twice or thrice. Isn't that great?
Amazing.
Yeah. So this is how you pitch for the people who are into business, because for people, trifecta makes sense for people who want to do business.
Yes.
If it's a user, then go for one sale and finish up. He wants to use, give him good service. That's it.
Correct.
But if you want to do business, trifecta is good for you because you do the same business, same work. For example, when I say 2 of my IDs are what you call -3, How much work did I do in my another ID, second ID? Not much. Yeah, tell me. Yeah, I only work from one side. The other side is done.
Yes.
So I got the benefit for both.
Correct.
So that's how it works. So if you apply your mind to it and say, okay, this is if I want to do business, then trifecta is for you.
Fantastic.
What I did was, honestly speaking, coming to your question again, at what stage, maybe in the beginning only or later also you have to put it in. I'll suggest when you come in, only come with 3. If you're coming for business.
Yes.
What I did was, which was a mistake, because I didn't know about trifecta then. Now, as I told you, I would have done differently. So what I did earlier was, I was waiting till I become 4A.
Okay.
So when I become 4A, then I put my next ID. And then I started working on my next ID.
Right.
Then I did all my work I did on my next second. So both my IDs are -3 now. But imagine, because of that, if I've done it in the beginning, my other side also would have been my own.
Yes.
So I would have had 2 -3s. And I would have been, my top ID would have been -4 like my brother. But you again, a good thing, when you have trifecta, you got the whole control with you. With both your sides are you. When you see one side is getting lopsided, you put a person in the new guy in that side, because both are your side.
Right.
And that's how you play around.
Amazing, Sudesh. Guys, do you all realize what Sudesh share is exactly what I've been talking to you all for years? And I've not even prepared this speech with Sudesh, but it's just the same thing again. What are you promoting? Product to end user or business to business builder? Remember, guys, you just need 2 serious active ones. You make millions. You become -100, not -10, -100. So my question is, what are you doing? Nothing wrong with promoting the product to end user, nothing wrong. But especially to my team here, you have been hearing me sharing over and over again, even the Ukon, if you are promoting from a product point of view, still people find it expensive. But if you are promoting from a business point of view, even if it's $100,000 US, it's still cheap. Again, perspective. What are you projecting out to the world? What's in your mindset? And India is doing so. India is doing crazy sales.
And we don't even have Ukon.
Come again?
We don't even have Ukon.
They don't even have Ukon, okay? But the point is, whether it's Ukon or not, okay, guys, I just want to share another thing with you. I've been into company with lousy products, okay? Lousy. Okay, I can't talk so loud. Lousy products. And you know how much people are swiping their credit card? $20,000 US. 50,000. I'm sure, Sudesh, you have heard of this before. Yep. And that's the reason why a lot of people are so skeptical of MLM, because these MLM are selling what? Money, dream, lifestyle, but they have lousy product. And not only they have lousy product, they are really out there to scam you. Enagic is not. Great product, amazing money. But the question is, are you just promoting the product and forgot the money? Because a lot of people want money, But it's okay. If you don't want to promote the money, just give it to Gary or Sudesh. I'm telling you this, seriously, guys, nothing wrong with money. Okay, when I talk to people, I mean, in Malaysia, even 7 accounts, not trifecta, 7 accounts cannot get you to even start a decent cafe business in Malaysia. So what you're talking about price, and everywhere in the world, not just Malaysia, not just India, everywhere in the world, people do not say, I have all the money, I start business. No, they don't have money, they start business. You know what they do? They borrow money. I'm not here telling you to borrow, but it's normal for people to loan money from banks, from relatives, if they see money. Okay, but of course, if you tell them to borrow money to buy a high ticket water machine, of course, the value is okay. But if you tell people to buy a water machine and you tell them to borrow, they won't borrow. But if they see they borrow, let's say $5,000 US and make 50,000, everybody will borrow, not 5,000, they will borrow 3, trifecta. So this, my friend, again, is the confirmation from Sudesh. And we have not even talked about trifecta. I didn't even know he's going to talk about trifecta. He just brought it out. And it's the same thing, guys. Put it into your head, okay? So the next time you want to have 1,000 machine group sales in your group, trifecta, okay? Now, if you're still thinking of high price product, then you need to really relook into this mindset of yours, start changing. Thank you, Sudesh, for that confirmation. I just want to hear it from you, and you have said the exact same thing that I've been saying for so many years. Now,
it's
Sudesh,
the most logical thing, dear Gary. If you see people, when I joined the business, nobody guided me over there, nor did anybody guide you. But
yes,
when we got into the business and with the experience, we know this makes sense.
right. Exactly. So again, you see, Sudesh, I realized one thing is, it is only when you see it from that perspective, it makes sense.
Yeah.
The problem with a lot of people, they don't see it from that perspective. That's why they are having an issue. I've seen, guys, seriously, I've seen people who have no money buying 3 accounts. Guys, you have people who are rich and still asking you for discount for a 1 any spa. Okay? I've seen people with no money, dead broke, the car is not even properly functioning, buying 3 machines. What's the difference? It's the direction, the perspective. One guy is coming in to make $1 million. Another person, you are trying to sell a water machine, and he is comparing with all the other water machines made in China and India. So you make your choice. There's no right or wrong in this scenario. You make your decision. Okay. Now, I've got last final 2 questions for you, Sudesh. A lot of people are getting so much value from you here today. Thank you so much. Last 2 questions. The second last question is, what would you say to somebody today? Probably he's brand new. He's not even a 1A. He has not sold his machine. And he's sitting here in front of Zoom, probably in Uganda, probably in Cambodia, probably in Vietnam. And he sees you with all the amazing results. What's your advice to the new person? What should he do right now to be in where you are today in the next 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, whatever? What's your advice?
You use the word perspective.
Yes.
So first of all, I'll tell them, change your perspective. Be like I mentioned, when I was a 1A, I was always thinking, hey, I'm going to be the best. As simple as that. So my perspective was over there.
Right.
Okay, I'm going to lead a large group. I'm not be surviving most. So first of all, change your perspective that you're going to make enough money to survive through this concept, or maybe live a living. No, you got to live a lifestyle, right? You got to be the inspiration factor to many. Have that perspective first.
Right.
And then, of course, the basics for everybody across the world. Share the water, share the opportunity. You cannot go wrong there. Day in, day out, you have to do that. I had a downer of mine who comes to me and says, "Okay, it says, Sudesh, I'm not doing well. People are not coming. So what do I do?" And I asked him a very simple question: how much water do you share every single day? And he says, "Why should I share water? Why should I share water? If somebody is interested to buy the machine, then only I'll give the water. Otherwise, why should I give the water to them free of cost? Why not?" That is our recruiting tool. And how much money do you have to spend for that? Nothing. Share your water, share the opportunity. Those are the basics. You cannot go wrong. You got to do it day in, day out. I always tell people, the surest way, the surest and the simplest way to be 6A is SD501. You know what does SD501 stands for? Show demo to 501 people. Simple.
Amazing.
Now, you can show this demo to 501 people. in 3 years, in 2 years, in the 6 months or 3 months, your business, your choice, your financial gains or whatever. So I'll suggest if I was you and I have to make good amount of money, I would like to finish up that 501 as soon as possible.
As soon as possible.
So do more demos, share water, share the opportunity. That's it. Remember, SD501. That's it. Come there, make money, have fun.
Fantastic, Sudesh. I like the example SD501. Now I know. Show demo 501 times. Wow, that's a good one, Sudesh. Okay, last but not least, Sudesh, what do you think of Enagic as a company and the founder, Mr. and Mrs. Oshiro? How is it different from other network marketing company?
The whole philosophy is different. As I mentioned earlier also, when you talk about Japanese, tell me how many people have done scams over there. And when you talk about Oshiroji, I don't know, I've met him many times. We had meetings a lot of time. Such a humble man, such a simple man. Like, I was thinking, like when we talk about making lots of money, I was just giving an example that after making some certain amount of money, people they get complacent and they do things around, they have fancy watches, fancy brand and all thing. Look at his watch. He wears Seiko. And when we earn little money, we talk about Rolex and all those things. So what a simple and humble man. He's out there to help and work with everybody. Every time we had a meeting, he was always there. Okay, how can I make it better for you guys? Tell me. And he always, whenever he's traveling, when he comes to India also, he makes a point to have a separate meeting with the key leaders over there. There's not just, and he gets an equal opportunity. He talks, he's got a lot of lovely ways to talk about things, and he gives the opportunity to everybody else to talk. So his philosophy, his way of working and living is very different. He always talks of growth for us, compassion. That's why he always, and always you see, his wife is also always with him. So both husband and wife, they're always full of compassion. And for us all the time. So as a business philosophy talk about, this company is just not how much money is the company making or how much money. No, it's about how many people are we helping every single day. So the whole philosophy is changed. The whole company, the structure, the way it's been created by Oshiro, Mr. Oshiro, is that you keep helping people around and you are taken care of. The structure is made that way.
Perfect.
And that's why, in this business, we don't have to aim towards how much money am I making. We aim towards how many blessings are we getting? How many people have we helped? Getting a better lifestyle, getting a better health. We only aim over there, nothing more than that. And once we do that, we get, by default, you get lots and lots of money. I can tell you one thing. When I started, the kind of figures I had in my mind to earn from this thing, I've surpassed it 10 times.
Wow.
And now I realize, okay, I've not even just started. Long way to go. A long way to go. So still doing that. And that's all because the thought process of our promoter.
Amazing.
How he looked at things around and what his compassion that he's spreading across the country and the world. And the platform is, if you see, we're in direct selling. As I mentioned earlier, how many people are there in DSA? Talk about documentations. Give me one point where we lack in this company. 1 point. Nothing. Business point of view, product point of view. We don't even discuss a product. If somebody, I've given thousands and thousands of demos across the country. I yet to come across a single guy who says this product is bullshit. They might say, okay, it's an expensive one. That's the maximum they'll say. I don't know, in your country, somebody said, okay, no, the product is bad or something. I have never come across a single person, because it shows right in front of you. Drink my water for 3 to 4 weeks. You don't have to say anything. right? So product is great. Plan, as I mentioned, show me a better business. I'll leave it today. Nobody ever showed me a better business. And the company, you cannot, the kind of thought process, professionalism they have is amazingly good. And more than that, like these are pandemic times. Things go wrong. People are working with very minimum staff, but the intent is never wrong.
Yes.
This company always had a great intention,
Yes.
right? And that's what it's all about. The intention of the company, and they keep upgrading themselves, improving themselves all the time. That's lovely.
Fantastic.
In fact, I'll just like to talk about, since we talk about pandemic, I'll talk about the pandemic. Say, a lot of people say, okay, these are testing times, and I don't know how to work out, and there's a lot of restriction in the movement and all. I'll give you a very good example. As I mentioned earlier, I'm not very good in social media and all. Only after pandemic, I got used to Zoom, right? And when we started, like in India, a pandemic happened in March, for third week of March. So when in third week of March it happened and we announced lockdown, I said, okay, it's for a short period, and it will go away very soon. And keeping that in mind, we were low. Everybody was hiding. They were not even talking to people around, not meeting people. It happened in India also. And April month, if I see my figures, the sales dropped drastically. Maybe 1/5 or 1/7, I got my sales to that level. And then I said, okay, and then I realized, okay, the pandemic is going to go on. It's not going to get over that soon. That realization came in mid-April. Now, what do I do? Because we are in that business, which is of momentum. If the momentum stops, whatever I've done in last so many years is all gone. I got to keep up with that momentum. So the challenge is actually is not external. Challenge is all internal. I thought, okay, maybe it's pandemic, people will not meet and no business could be done. So I sat down at home and my business dropped. And then I realized if it's gonna go like this, my momentum will go away, and all the hard work which we did for so many years is all gone. Got to change the perspective. Again, change year. Yeah. And we said, how do I make it happen all over again? If it's nobody's coming out of the house, so what? We go into the house. I cannot go. My visuals can go. Let's work out in Zoom. Started working over there. By June, we had the highest sales ever. Highest sales ever in pandemic. I got people who became 6 during pandemic. It just changed over here. For me also, I'm talking about it. Earlier, I was saying it, no. Things that people know, it's a tough time. People can't meet. There's no sales happening, and it's logical. It will not happen. There's issues with deliveries, issues with those, even commissions were coming late, and even we were introduced to GOC, which things went wrong. So our sales were the highest in June, and company had the worst administrative problems in June. No, the courier companies were not delivering. Right. We had GOC, so a lot of issues happening over there. Right. Commissions were not coming on time because even the office staff was not allowed to come to the office. So all the wrong things. Now the question, some of my distributors said, Sudesh, I'm having this problem. I'm not getting deliveries on time. I'm not getting my commission. I've got this problem. There's no office staff to answer my calls and all. And I tell them very simple, in a very simple language. My friend, we got to face with the situation. In these times, you have to work. You will get all the delays in the deliveries. You'll have all the delays in your commissions. You'll get all the possible things will go wrong. This is those times. These are testing times. If you're comfortable working in this testing times, then work. Otherwise, take a break for 6 months and come after 6 months. Go back and chill out. And at 6 months, what you lose, guess what? We all will be working and we'll take away all your clients. So it's your choice. You want to sit and chill over there and wait for things to get better, or you You got to take the responsibility because things are going wrong, but then I'll take care of things around. I'll make sure, okay, client is taken care of, and you give the right talks and all. And people did that. So June, July, we had the highest sales. When things are wrong, we just change our perspective. That's it.
Fantastic.
We accepted that there's things going to be wrong. There is an issue. Everything. So what? All the external factors cannot take out the spirit within. We are the ones who are going to lead. We are the ones who are going to make the path. And we're going to make things happen for ourselves. Live the dream. That's exactly what we did. And that's what we are here again. Bounce back soon. Yeah.
Thank you, Sudesh. Wow, your ending speech is amazing. I feel like I'm talking to Tony Robbins. Tony Robbins.
I'm a big fan of Tony Robbins. I'm a graduate with him. So yeah,
you don't have a nickname called Tony Sudesh Malik.
It will be an honor for me. I really love that man. Right.
Sudesh, I want to say before I end today's session, a heartfelt gratitude to you. Thank you so much. You have blessed us with so much information, knowledge, golden nuggets. Somebody somewhere here today, and probably because this is live on Facebook, I'll send you a link later so that you may also share this video to your people and everybody out there. Somebody here today may be listening to you and just doing one thing, and his life today onwards will change forever. And with this, Sudesh, I want to thank you so much for not just only allocating your time for us, but to be in that process of what I call as life-changing. Because you never know. Just like a few days ago, I was in my holiday home in Cameron Islands walking. I got a call from somebody, a very dear friend of mine, a brother, I call him, from Philippines. And he said, I changed his life. I saved his life because of something I did 1.5 years ago. Amazing. So we never know whose life we will touch. So once again, Sudesh, thank you so much. You are the first person that I interviewed from India. So that's an honor to you.
Thank you. I'm really honored that I'm over here talking to so many lovely people. Thank you for having me here, Gary.
Yes. Thank you so much, Sudesh. Thank you. So before I end, just want to make another announcement. Next session that will be in February. We are having it on February the 9th. Okay, same time, exactly the same. This time we'll be interviewing one of the top leaders from Enagic, Indonesia. His name is Wayan, and he's from Bali, the beautiful island of Bali. And he also have a lot of amazing things that he will want to share. And you guys can take some points back, and probably it may even change your life. All right. So once again, guys, make sure, as I said earlier on in today's session, today's session will only be an interview and entertainment until and unless you have written some points down, and until and unless you have taken some of these points and put it into action. Without doing these two things, today's session will be purely entertainment between Sudesh Malik and me, Gary Gan. You don't want to see this as an entertainment. I hope one day, many years from today, probably you will drop me a message or drop Sudesh and tell us, because of today, what you've heard, what you've written down, and what you put into action, it has changed your life. So before I end the session, Jeffrey, are there any questions that Sudesh or myself will be gladly to answer? Any question?
You only have one question from Richard Xia.
Okay.
How to maximize income using Trifactor? All
right. Before Sudesh answer that question, Richard, I believe Richard Xia, you are in my team. You are from the Philippines. We have ongoing sessions on our system of Trifactor. So please stay tuned. It will be coming up very soon. Every month we have that training session. I will explain to you, because if we are going to explain the whole Trifactor thing, be prepared to stay with us up to supper tonight. And I'm very sure Sudesh don't have that time with all of us. He's a really, really busy person. Okay, is that the only question, Jeffrey, from Richard?
Yes, that's the only question for today.
Awesome, awesome. So guys, once again, thank you so much. We have come to the end of our interview with the stars that have been started close to 2 years ago. We have all the top leaders sharing the gold nugget, and today we are so blessed, so grateful, and so thankful to have Sudesh to share with us. What next thing that you need to do is, if you are following the Kangen Power Team International Facebook page, please give a comment. Okay, whatever comment you want to give, make a comment over there. Click the share button so that today's interview, if you find it very beneficial, today's interview will go to all your people all over the world, and that's the best way to leverage on today's system. Okay, so without further ado, Sudesh, this is what usually we do. I will unmute all of them so everybody will, in their own language, say a big thank you to you guys. Okay, so okay guys, you can unmute yourself now. Let's say a big thank you to Sudesh. Are you all able to unmute yourself? All right, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sudesh.
Akun Sudesh.
Thank
Thank you, guys.
you.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
All right, thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you. Please remember to share this session to all your people. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Gary. Thank you, Jeffrey.
Thank you,
Sudesh.
Terry. Thank
Thank
you. Thanks.
Great day, everybody. Have an amazing day.
Thank you so much.
Just looking forward for the trifecta training.
Yeah. Bye.